All right, guys. It's been a little bit since I posted something. I know. Been kind of busy at work and coming home and doing different things here at the house. I know y'all watched some of my videos on the new Lambo doors that I put on my Camaro. It's been a few weeks, and I wanted to pull the panels back off and check for any loose bolts or readjust my doors if I needed to. Like, I'm gonna spin my driver door. Has been catching okay. I mean, it works for me. I'm kind of picky. Opens and closes real smooth, no noises or anything. But what it is doing is it's kind of catching on the lower end right here before it goes up into the clip, which is, I mean, it's all right, but to me, I don't like it. I'd rather it catch nice and smooth and clean and be a good cut. You can see here, it's all smooth, no issues right there. So it's not causing any damage closing, it's just not really catching like I want. So I did some readjusting now, and it's nice and smooth. There's a tensioner bolt here that you have to tighten in on. You either loosen or tighten, and it changes the pitch of the door to let you know where it needs to be. And then I got me a new grease gun and was able to grease up these fittings a little bit better. This fitting actually popped out, but they come with a couple different replacement fittings. So all I have to do is pop this fitting back in, and then it should be good to go. I'm going to recheck my bolts, make sure they're still torqued down and haven't moved. I don't think anything is slid. It doesn't look like it. The door's been, opening and closing and not hitting my body fender or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure everything's lined up where it's supposed to be. And then we'll go from there. I got to do this side over here. This side actually opens and closes just fine. There's no issues over here. But I want to check it, make sure it's all tight, get some grease to add to these two bottom fittings here. Because the grease gun I had when I installed it, I couldn't get it to accept grease. So I got a new grease gun, and hopefully I'll be able to get grease in here today on these two. And then add a little bit of grease to this nipple here that actually stops your door. It's like the new door stop piece, so where it opens and closes, how far out you want to go. But this one does just fine, really. It doesn't hang down. Literally, I just grab the door handle and pull up real lightly with one finger. It raises right up. No issues whatsoever. I just wanted to, definitely had to do that side. The driver's side was a problem. This side I'm just going to readjust and make sure everything's good. But when you close it, it doesn't cause any damage, and it's right where it's supposed to be. Nice and smooth, easy close like you're originally supposed to have. But there is a learning curve to these after about a week or so of running it. If you don't make sure that the door's not bouncing when you close, because it does bounce a little bit when you pull down. So when you pull it down, it has a little bit of a bounce to it. So what you have to do is let it stop bouncing all the way and then close your door. And it's smooth. Well, if you don't, this is what happens. You have this right here. See here where it's all beat up? It's where they're trying to close it when it's still bouncing, and it's hitting the striker and it's bending it. I'm the only one that would ever know that. I'm showing you in this video. That's the reason why you would see it, and the reason why I'm making the video is so that you know if you decide to install these on your Camaro, there's a little bit of a learning curve. Make sure that the door is stopped moving before you close. That way it catches this latch like it's supposed to. So, besides that, it's been like a week, almost 2 weeks in that I've had them. And I actually like them. I mean, personally, I get a lot of attention in town with them. Especially little kids, they just freak out. One little kid the other day said that my doors were broken, and because they had fallen the wrong direction, and I just kind of like chuckled inside and let them be. But I personally did it just because I've always enjoyed Lambo doors on different cars, and I think they're really cool, and wanted to try them on this car. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm impressed. The bonus to me is when my son gets in on the passenger side, he has a bad habit for the door didn't originally kind of open that far for your footwell. Camera. It didn't really open that far for your footwell, so he had a bad habit for kicking my speaker. And you can see the mark on there where he keeps steadily kicking where he was trying to get in and out. So now it's all the way up out of the way. You're no longer kicking that speaker, that's for sure. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I decided to go with it, because it really doesn't give you a lot for long-legged people to be able to get in there real easy. Now, they do require a little bit of tension to get it pulled down. So we've had some struggles with, I mean, I've got my side figured out, but I've got retard strength as I'm told, so it's not that hard for me to pull it down. But my wife struggled to pull it down, which I'm a perfect gentleman. I got no problems with getting out of the car and opening up the door for her. You know, there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that in life. So I'm going to finish, now that the rain has stopped. It's been kind of like a sketchy deal trying to do this through the rain. I'm going to finish buttoning it all back up. But I wanted to show y'all the aftermath of it, my pros and cons, what I think about it. The wiring is not giving me any issues. It's tucked in there nice. Everything works. So I just wanted to say, hey, they're working smooth. If you decide to buy them for your Camaro, they're really not that hard to install if you have mechanic skills. You don't have to be a certified mechanic to do it. You just need to have some kind of mechanic knowledge, and it's really not that difficult to do. I got my set off of eBay. They are the VDI kit from the door company, but I got them through eBay for $9.75. So I really got a really good deal. Got them installed, and it's working perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this all buttoned up, and she'll be ready to cruise the streets again.